Hello, my name is Lisette Maldonado. My strongest speech throughout this whole term was my story speech because I was able to narrate a personal experience and something that touched my life and made me become a better person or gave me a lesson. I was able to talk about my life experience and how I came to the United States. And I feel like this story speech was to also let my fellow classmates know something about me, but which I don't really know if they really pay attention to that. I was able to tell my classmates about how grateful I was for being in the United States and for the opportunity that I have to go to school and to work and get a better life. One of the speeches that I liked the most for my teammates was one from Katie Woloski. I felt like her childhood sports speech it was her first persuasive speech was really interesting because I was able to relate to that because I had been involved in sports for the past 6 7 years, and I feel like it is true what she said about kids getting involved in sports helps them become better and get off the streets and stuff like that. I felt like she was really good in her speech. She was able to talk about how she didn't look nervous at all. She didn't use any notes. She memorized everything, and I feel like she's really smart. But I also like that how confident she was and how she was looking always to her audience, and the video she used to show us about how the motivation of being in sports helps, about the guy who got a hamstring pulled and his dad was with him throughout the whole thing. On my organization pattern story speech, I use chronological order, which organize my speech and in a time sequence with a problem solving pattern and to make a point, and it helped me summarize my idea to make it flow better and gave a lot of details. For my method of informing in my informative speech, I was describing eating disorders and why it's happening all over the world, even with guys. I was able to use cause and effect, describing why the reason why teens get eating disorders and also adults. I was in I was able to explain the reasons why they go through these stages in such a young age. I used a lot of examples as well, and I was able to use specific facts to let my audience know and my listeners remember to look around and be like, oh, this is why she may have an eating disorder because I heard this speech before and it's proven, so it may help them. In Morris motivation sequence and persuasive speech, I use attention, which is catches people's attentions, and need, which shows examples and statistics. I also use satisfaction, which it helps demonstrate how they feel and how it helps them to, like on my insanity video of informative, no, persuasive speech. I was able to use my satisfaction definition to demonstrate how it helps them to become fit and skinnier. I also use visualization, which I passed around a couple of videos to show them how the guy in the picture looked really fit, and to make them understand that it would help them to be healthier. Um, and the last one was action, which is summarize the whole thing or helping them understand that everything is real, that they should do it, they should try it. So basically, it was using ethos, pathos, and logos all the time to make them to persuade my audience to try something new. And I found this on page 134 in my Gregory Hamilton book from Public Speaking uh, for College and Career. To make eye contact with the audience was one of the was I learned in this course to make more eye contact with my audience so they can feel like I'm being honest and that I really have a point to prove. I also learned to get more concentrated, but my topic of selection was a little bit hard, but I make sure I was picking something that I was interested in and that it would help me make my audience more entertained and wanting to stay there to see my speech and hear it. I learned to talk slower and to more clear, to make less gestures, but it didn't really help. And I also was able to pace myself to make time and just go with the flow. Now I will feel more positive in a bigger crowd. For the future, I'm make sure to study more my speeches, to memorize a lot of the points, and to read more my books, to take more times on my outlines because I did a lot of them in a different format, and also my citations, in which hurt my grade a little bit, a lot. uh, I really have to practice more in the mirror so I can feel more confident in front of a bigger audience, and I need to be able to talk about a topic and actually know what I'm talking about. And one day I want to be able to talk in front of a bigger crowd in the future and speak like I'm speaking right now, not being a lot of like not being too nervous, and stop talking like I'm talking. I want to be able to get people to understand my point of view in a future career. Like psychologists need to be more able to talk to a lot of people, so they really need to take this class, and they need to learn how to stand in front of people, how to make people listen to them so they can actually understand what to learn what life is about. And this class is going to help me in the future to get a better job, because maybe in an interview I have to talk to a person I don't know, and I have to be able to talk about my speech, not about my speech, but about how confident I am in front of a person. It was really hard. This class was really hard, but I'm glad I took it because I learned a lot about it, and thanks to my teacher and all my classmates for watching.